Before I get started, there's just one thing I want to say, and that is, hooah! Did I do that right?
Well, any good politician knows that the way to start a speech is by establishing a connection with your local audience, and you do that by recognizing local officials and praising, local treasures or landmarks or lakes or mountains or whatever. And trying to somehow get your audience to feel like they have a connection to you. Sports allusions are huge. Politicians love to go someplace and, talk about the beloved sports teams there.
I just want to remind you right off the bat, I picked UNC to win it all in March Madness.
Romney doesn't do as many sports allusions as the president, and that's probably smart just because he doesn't seem to be quite as much of a sports junkie, so it probably wouldn't work for him. When he was in Michigan, he was very enthusiastic about singing the praises of his home state and wanting to remind people that that's where he's from.
It just feels good being back in Michigan. The trees are the right height, the streets are just right. I like the fact that most of the cars I see are Detroit-made automobiles.
Speaking as someone from Michigan myself, people in Michigan are very proud of their trees, and so it may have well gone over better with that crowd than some of the national audience might have thought. Just a few days ago, the vice president was speaking to a group at a Washington fundraiser, and out of the blue decided to be brutally honest and said that the audience looked dull as hell and that they were completely bored, and said, "Please pretend you like me." And it actually worked for him. The crowd laughed and they got a kick out of it. Speech experts say it's very important to make that connection with your audience, but they also are equally adamant that it's very important not to overdo it, not to fake it, not to be a poser. Being authentic is critical.